Hello, my name is Tabitha Dussel, and this is my project, Do I Live in a Good Community? As far as race goes, the population is dominantly white. There is 95.2% of white people living in Schuylkill Haven. 0.4% are African American, 0.7% are Asian, 1.1% two or more races, and only 1.8% are Hispanic. I did get a pie chart from citydata.com just showing um, the variations in race. And in 2019, the estimated population of Schuylkill Haven was 5,106 residents. For age and gender, 7.6% of the population are persons under 5 years of age. 23.3% of the population are persons under 18 years of age. 20.7% are persons 65 years and over. There was no demographic for people between 18 and 65, but by the looks of that, that is the dominant age group residing in Schuylkill Haven at this time. Females make up 47.7% of the population, and males make up 52.3% of the population. As far as quality of life, 89.2% of residents have either were a high school graduate, or attended higher school. 22% have a bachelor's degree or higher. There is only 8.4% of persons living in poverty and only 6.2% of people without health insurance. As far as crime in Schuylkill Haven, it is not a big crime community. Only out of those 5,100 people, only 7 are registered sex offenders as of March 2021. Um, Crimes that occur but don't happen often are theft, assault, and burglary. Crimes such as murder, rape, robberies, auto theft, or arson occur very, very rarely, almost non existent. An important institution, in my opinion, for my community is Penn State University. We have a Schuylkill campus right in Schuylkill Haven. It offers various associate's degrees such as business administration, human development, and family studies, letters, arts, and sciences, and radiological sciences. They offer 13 bachelor's degrees, including biology, different variations of a business degree, including accounting, health services, individualized marketing management. There's corporate communication, criminal justice, cybersecurity analytics and operations, health policy and administration, nursing, project and supply chain management, psychology, and an RN to BSN program. They actually just recently started a master's degree program as well, and that is also in nursing. I think it's an important institution um, for the county and for my community as an option for people who can just commute to go to school if they still have to work and they can't, go away and live on campus. This Having this Google campus makes it really easy for people in our county and even surrounding counties. It gives them an extra option to go to school for a cheaper amount than what they would if they went away, if they left the state, especially. This just makes it very easy in the middle of the county, basically, for an opportunity to further their education if they choose to. I actually got my bachelor's degree in psychology from Penn State Schuylkill. It's it's a very small campus. It's 5 buildings total. The classes are very small, especially once you get into your program. Um, the professors all know everybody, everybody knows each other and their names, and it just makes it really easy. If you need support, if you need help, it was very easy to go to anybody and ask if I needed anything at all. Another important place I think in my community is Bubeck Park. Very often it's packed with people and dogs and kids. There's ducks and swans that everybody goes to see and feed. There's a walking, jogging path that people can exercise and get fresh air on. People often are fishing as well. They have, I don't know if you can see in the picture, but across the little street where the car is, there's a bunch of basketball courts. A lot of people rent it out in the spring and summer, fall months for birthday parties or fundraisers and things like that. There is a stage, there's 3 pavilions, there you have grills, there's a war memorial, there's a playground for the kids, and there's a gazebo, and there's tons of benches. There's with memorials on them as well, and people's names that have made a difference or that are historical in Schuylkill Haven or Schuylkill County. It's very well taken care of, and again, there's just lots of people there all the time, and everybody kind of gathers there because it's such a nice area. Another important place in Schuylkill Haven is Island Park. Borough Day is often held there, so they do like food trucks. They do different fundraisers, such as like car shows. They also do food stands and things like that. They do a pumpkin patch in the fall. It's again just a place where lots of people in Schuylkill Haven and the county gather. That way, everybody has something to do, and it's like a safe zone for everybody. They give people in the county something to do, so that way they're not out causing crime, I guess. Maybe that's why the crime rate is so low. This is a map of Schuylkill Haven. Surrounding areas are just other parts of the county. Schuylkill Haven isn't too big, um, but we do have the Schuylkill River. It actually runs right behind my house. Um, so yeah, it's not too big. 5,100 people. As far as if I live in a good community, comparing it to the article, safe statistically, yes, there isn't much crime in Schuylkill Haven at all. We really don't have too many police officers. I believe I read that there's 10 typically, that just work for the local police, barracks, I guess you would say. Goods and services, there are a lot of small shops, hair salons, grocery stores, gas stations. There's an auto parts store. There's different kinds of restaurants like pizza, hibachi. We do have a laundromat. There's banks. Our post office is right in town. There's also a train station right in town. So I would say that we have a lot of goods and services for being as small of a town as it is, and it's all basically right on the main street. Relationships that bind citizens together, I would say yes. Borough Hall has a lot of meetings, and they interact with the population and see what they can do to make the town better. Um, Schuylkill Haven has a recreation center where they do events and they do sports for all ages. It goes from like age 3 to high school. They do t-ball, soccer, different kinds of sports. As far as commonality of values and goals, I do think that statistically everyone does have the same values and goals. It does seem like most of the population um, has some kind of education and has some kind of work ethic, considering most people have health insurance and most people aren't living in poverty in Schuylkill Haven. As a whole person principle, I do think that people treat others how they want to be treated. From my experience, I live right next door to a grocery store. Everybody's always super nice. Again, people know each other's name. Um, and even at Boobeck Park or Island Park, everybody just looks at everybody the way that they would want to be looked at and treated very, very nicely, in my opinion, from my experience living here. Predictability. I do believe people have their routines when they go into town. Like I said, there's lots of grocery stores, restaurants. People typically, I think, do the same thing because that's a comfort level type thing. Um, I do believe Schuylkill Haven is a recognized place in social structure. We do have Penn State Schuylkill, so we have education. There's lots of homes. They don't often go up for sale, so I think that that's something that is good because once people come, they don't typically leave, is what I've noticed. Um, People do basically everybody works by statistics. That's the way it seems. Everybody values school, and then everybody has the park and things like that. So I think it is a social structure that people do value, and they look at it as a good place to live. There is lots of opportunity. Again, we do have the college right there. The school is a good school to go to. It's a smaller school. There's lots of places to work since we have all those grocery stores and restaurants and, regular stores. So there is a lot of opportunity. And as far as homogeneity, as far as statistics appear, they do prove that most people in Schuylkill Haven are white. They do have some kind of education. Most, again, do work, and most have a home, considering the poverty level is very, very low. So, as far as my opinion, I do believe I live in a good community. And these are all of my references. Thank you.